welcome back. We are live for week 2 of the NFL season. Thank you for watching Beyond the Trenches. Before we even get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're here to give our facts and opinions and thoughts about week 2 and give our predictions for week 3. Of course, I couldn't do this without my usual suspects. Let's bring them in one by one. First and foremost, the right-hand man, my man Daryl. What's good, Daryl?
What's good, Mike? Back at it another week. A lot of happened, a lot of scoring. We're gonna break it all down.
Let's break it down. Next up, he actually beat me in fantasy this week, so I'm gonna give him the props. So salute to this man, my man Jeff. What's good, Jeff?
It was inevitable, bro. It was inevitable.
Hey, man, listen. Everything got expiration date, so what is the win? Know what I mean?
Tied my team.
Last but not least, your opponent this week. Let's see how that's going to go.
Right.
What's good, my man Jordan? What's good?
Was good. Finally in the win column. Feel me? If Xavier Worthy got his weight up, I'd be 2-0, but it's okay. We going, I'm facing Jeff this week. I don't think he's prepared, but we'll see.
Well, I guess
I did put up the second most points this week.
Nigga, like Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you're last. Shut up, nigga.
Well, I'm 1-1. What are you?
I'm number one right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that won't last long.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's get into talk about this real football, man. Going back to Thursday night football, Packers came out off a short week, dominated the Commanders, and what I would call a statement win for them. We saw a little bit of everything from them: passing, running, defense played well. What are your thoughts on the game, Daryl? How you feel about that?
Yeah, man. Like you said, the Packers came out dominated. I think again, going back to our preview show, that Micah trade just changed the whole confidence of this defense. Like they flying around, even the coaching staff. Like I see they drawing up different plays as far as blitzes, disguising, just open up the whole package for them. So that one trade just changed the whole trajectory of that side of the ball. On the other side, Jordan Love taking care of the ball, making the right plays. They really got just about everything you need to be a contender. So they got a bell cow running back with Josh Jacobs. They got a plethora of receivers, but they don't have that. Still don't have that true number one. Like on a 3rd and 8 in playoff time, if they need to get that first down, I'm not sure who's going to step up for that. It's a long season, so it's one of them. Xavier can separate themselves, but I feel like every week is going to be somebody different. Like this week, tight end Tucker Kraft went off, and everyone else was kind of limited there. You still got Matthew Golden, the rookie, the 1st round pick. They say there's a lot of promise with him, but I don't know if they easing him in yet. He might be able to take over. Always got what's the name? I think now the Bull got hurt his shoulder in this game too. What's his name? Reed. Yeah, Reed. Reed. He showed flashes last year being that number one, but I'm not sure how long he's gonna be out. But other than that, they got everything that you need to really contend for that chip. On the other side, with the Commanders, I think their age showed as far as the overall roster, especially on the defense, not be able to keep up with the Packers side. And also, once Eckler went down, they were struggling to moving the ball as far as running, and also to playing off of that as well. Zach Ertz with a number one target as far as receiving. So, I mean, Jaden Daniels, they say he's going to be out one game. So not too much to worry about there, but kind of thought about.
My bad. They did say he's out this upcoming week.
I think they're leaning towards having missing at least one game.
Oh, they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Who? But who they play?
The Raiders.
Yeah. No. We knew that was happening anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna. Well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I still don't know about that yet. Go ahead, Daryl. I'm sorry.
You good? But I mean, other teams they got to worry about their starting quarterback being out for longer than that, so it shouldn't be. It looks like it's not too much of an issue. But the overall roster, I just feel like it's too old as far as like competing with not Eagles and now Packers as far as coming out the NFC. I still have them a tier below Eagles and Packers right now. That rookie Bill Crosby-Mary, he's going to have to step in and be that number one guy. McLaurin, the guy who just paid, he's been quiet. I'm not sure it's because of the missing the off season, but they got to get him going. Debo has been like their most productive guy other than Jaden Daniels so far. So they got a lot to do, but I feel like at the end they're going to be at a tier below the Eagles and Packers. And again, I like what I saw from Packers as far as dominance on all three phases.
the Packers Commanders game Thursday night?
So I mean, I think we all had Green Bay. I think I figured Washington would come back down to earth. I didn't think that they had a real. Now the Giants may have proved me wrong this week. I don't know. This past week, I don't know, but I just think that the way Green Bay is set up, they kind of remind me of just like. I hate this. It's not like the Eagles from last year, but I just want to say that like when I look at all 22, I really don't see any holes right now. And the way their defense is playing, they're flying around, they're unafraid. Like they know their front four is going to get there. Like you even look at the way that the corners are playing, some of these receivers, they're playing like they know there's not enough time for this quarterback to get these guys the ball. So the way that they're covering them, they have so much confidence. It reminds me of how the Eagles defense was back 2-3 years ago, where it was like they know these four are going to get there. It's just about when. That's the way it looks right now. That is a scary, scary defense. I don't see. I understand the whole number one thing, like they don't have a quote unquote number one.
I don't think they need one,
but I don't think they need one because they have so many different guys who do different things, who make the plays when they need to be made. They're still. I don't even think Christian Watson. They gave him an extension. He hasn't even stepped on the field yet.
I think he's on IR.
He's hurt, right?
Yeah.
And I believe they gave him an extension.
Like
Like,
30
Like he
million.
was their number one guy. He was supposed to be their number one guy. He's just never been able to keep it going and stay healthy. But you look at him, they got Reed, they got Dobbs, they got
and then the tight end Kraft had 100 yards and a touchdown.
and so it's just like
First
they
time
have
in
a
his
whole
career.
mixture of. It kind of reminds me of like, Brady. Like after like post Wes Welker, Randy Moss, like Brady never really had a number one. He kind of did. He had Julian Edelman. Everybody didn't say he was number one. I thought he was number one, but it's not number one that everybody wants. But they've got just guys who could just make the plays that they need them to make. I don't see how this team, the way they're constructed, does not make at the very least the NFC Championship game. And they're predicated on running the ball anyway. Their best offensive player is their running back, regardless. So I just don't see how they don't win. Like I said, now Washington, they got some problems. They're old on defense. Jaden Daniels is going to come back down to earth. This is not last year. Teams are going to play you differently. They're going to scheme you differently. So it's not going to be that. Their run games seem to be better last year. I don't really like the fact that they got rid of Brian Robinson. They did that because of the rookie, and they thought Eckler could be the number one, and now he just went down for the year. So that, to me, is going to bite them in the ass. I thought they should have kept Brian Robinson. I like Brian Robinson. I thought he was a good back. But all in all, what we thought was set to happen, we now know Washington may not be ready to take that next step. Like, it's the Eagles and Packers. Maybe if you want to throw the Lions in there, right? And then people were saying, like, maybe Washington, dud. You put up a dud pretty much. The game was not really competitive until maybe 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Did they even do anything? That's when they started to even move the ball successfully.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my Jeff. What's your thoughts on the game, bro?
It was I guess it was pretty dominating by the Packers. I mean, they ran the ball for 135 yards. The alarming part is they had 10 penalties, which led the team. The Commanders gave up 4 sacks, and they only ran the ball for 51 yards. They had 19 rushing attempts, 42 passes. So you never really, without balance, you just can't play well, especially from an NFC East team like that. You typically get balance from those type of teams. I think that, it's funny that we saying they don't have a number one, but it's interesting because, I think Matt LaFleur that good. I think he can scheme guys open. His philosophy can get guys open. I mean, remember, he was the OC and for the Rams when they went to the championship and lost to the Patriots. So, he's used to having a bunch of guys that he can scheme open and get points for. So, I think that's going to be easy for the Packers to kind of put points up. And just like in this game, they didn't really get crazy. Jacobs had 23 carries for 84 yards. I mean, it's only 3.7 yards a carry, but the fact that he was a consistent bell cow just really bruising the Packers, bruising the Commanders or whatever, just keeping them off balance. allowing Jordan Love to, kind of dissect him when they needed to. I mean, the Packers, the Commanders, they was 5 for 16, I think, on third downs. That's bad. That means you can't convert. That means you're giving them the field. You're giving the ball back to an offense who is prolifically. We're expecting them to be prolific. The quarterback is really good. Really, he's of course one of the better half of the league quarterbacks. He's young, and then you have a offensively minded coach. So I think that was something that wasn't going to bode well for him anyway. But going forward, and then again, they lost Austin Eckler, which, maybe that took the air out of him. That was in the fourth quarter or whatever. But losing the ball, Wise Jr. on a D line, they lost him in the second quarter. That really deflated him at that point. He was their pass rush. And you saw the Commanders kind of basically pack it up and go in the 10th. But going forward, I mean, the Commanders, like I said, I was hesitant to put Jayden Daniels above Jalen Hurts last year. You know what I'm saying? Because I need more tape. And we already
respect, Jeff. Respect.
I didn't put him above Jalen.
No, I'm saying. Yeah,
okay. All right. Cool.
Nah, respect.
Unlike
some people in this.
Yeah. Some pundits. You know what I'm saying? On the TV.
Damn, Daryl. You gotta respect you.
Oh, he still think he's guru status. He done on guru. Like, he ain't been guru in 2 years. Like, but the Packers are going to bowl well. I don't like the cornerbacks. Like, these guys I never heard of. Like, never heard of Nixon. He played for the Raiders too for 3 years. In his 7th season, never heard of him. I don't know who the other cornerback is. I don't know who the nickelback is. So outside of Micah, Rashawn Gary, and Quay Walker, like, the back end is kind of worrisome for me for the Packers. Like, you're going to get LA, the Rams, and they got 2 bona fide, yard getters, catchers. Like, so I don't know how that's going to work. But it was a Packers game. They start 2-0. It's good to go for them. But, we need to see what the rest of the season looks like for them.
All right. First of all, before the game last night, I said the Raiders would get cooked, so I am still a guru, and that's what happened.
Why would you say that?
Hold on. I just got to make sure you knew that shit. Prediction. Number two. I don't think
they didn't really get cooked. I ain't gonna lie.
We did. 11 points, and it was still we had 2 turnover downs. But we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later. But I think the back end got to be great because the front end is so good. They don't have a lot of time to get the ball out. The quarterbacks. I don't think Jayden is bad. I think the Packers are just that good. I think Jayden is still pretty fucking good. To be honest with you. I think that but that show how good that pass rush is. He's a running quarterback, and they still got the speed to kind of keep him in check. Without even the speed and the scheme. And they got this old nigga at D coordinator, I think. I don't even know who he is, but he doing pretty good for the Packers. I forget his name right now. But I don't think they need number one. They fine spreading the ball around. It all depends on Jordan Love for them. Like, will Jordan Love not make mistakes, and will he make the plays where they need to be made, especially in high pressure situations? He had a decent season last year. When the playoffs came, he cracked, under pressure. So we got to see how he is. And it's about making the plays, not just on the pass, but on the run, too. I got to see. Right now, things are good for him because the defense is so good. Run a game, keep that up. Make him not make mistakes. That'll be great. But if you do get to a shootout or higher pressure situation, I want to see how he acts. Right now, I'm with you. But I think Jordan is more. I think it's the Eagles, Packers, Rams, Bucks, and
loaded, bro.
And loaded, bro. Like, I think the NFC is pretty loaded, bro.
Jeff Hafley is the defensive coordinator for the Packers. He was there, and he got there in 24. He was the Boston College head coach for 4 years before that.
Okay, that's why I don't know him that well, but he's doing his thing right now. Whatever, I'm gonna say you that much. And LaFleur is a good play caller, especially those first couple plays. So we're gonna see as the season goes along. But
he had guys just running wide open. I mean, there was one play where they showed where these route combinations over the years, at least since I've been alive, have gotten very eccentric. Like,
that's why Jeff said Travis Hunter cook by these receivers right now, bro. These route combinations are crazy, bro. But yeah, so we'll see. Commanders, I think they will bounce back as a whole. I do think they spent money on an old defense. Out there, you said the running game is tough. They don't really have a lot of good playmakers. They paid Terry, but he's like a mid receiver right now. You know what I mean?
He's a ghost right now too.
Damn,
Debo.
They still got Jade on a rookie contract. Hopefully next year they make some better moves. Like, still got him on a rookie contract. But this year, it's definitely a step. It's the same year 2 that CJ and the Texans had. I think they're going to take a step back, in my opinion. Debo playing good, though. Debo playing real good. He all right. Sunday night, Falcons and Jeff and Bijan and them, they beat up the Vikings. Now, JJ didn't come back this week. Jordan, we thought about the Falcons and the Vikings, man.
Man, it was kind of a snooze fest.
Facts.
Like, it was just kind of, we thought it might have been like a high-scoring game, but I was shocked about how well the Falcons' pass rush was and the way that how well they played defense. Now, granted, they did go against a rookie quarterback. For all he's a rookie out there, and they could not protect him, and that's why he got hurt, and that's why he's about to be out for the next 3-5 weeks. So he can't do anything without any protection. They're not running the ball well enough, it seems, for them to rely on that. So he's dropping back. He's doesn't really have too much time, and it's going to be a long season for Justin Jefferson. It sucks. Now, he still might get his numbers because he is that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the best receiver in the league. But it's going to be a long season for him. And the Vikings defense is probably going to have to carry this team. You got Wentz coming.
They just lost running back, right? Lost Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. You got Wentz coming in there as a starter. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. I'll be tuning into that to see what he does. I'm always a Carson fan a little bit. My
original prediction.
But on the Falcons end, like I said, I was impressed about the defense, impressed about the pass rush. Offense got it. Bijan is amazing. They showed the clip of Saquon Barkley talking about how his cuts are, and you saw that. I mean, I could see that shit at Texas. So, like, some of that shit, I'm like, yo, what the hell? Right now, look, you got Gale Sayers, you got Barry Sanders, and niggas you can put Shady in there, but his shit look better than Shady. His cuts look better than Shady. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, he's different.
He's stronger too.
He's bigger, stronger, and faster. No bullshit. He's him. He's gonna be the next one. Like, no bullshit. But other than that, like Penix, I gotta see a little bit more, man.
Me too.
I need to see a little bit more, man. You feel me? I know it's since 6 games starting. They have a hard time protecting him too. Like, when he get protection, he can pick you apart, but they have a hard time protecting him too. He got weapons. It's all about all these teams got weapons.
Yeah.
At least 20 of these teams got quarterbacks.
Hell no, you smoking, nigga.
Decent enough to be competitive.
With a quarterback, hell no. That's why he's so crazy.
Decent enough to be competitive.
No,
but it's only about 10 teams that can protect their QB.
It's 10 teams,
and they're gonna be the ones that's gonna win games, regardless of what their defense do. No bullshit. If he don't get no protection, he can't do shit. When he get protection, and he got Bijan to rely on. JJ don't got no Bijan.
I think that. Well, no, Jeff, I'll let you go.
So the game was the Atlanta Falcons did what they should have did. They ran for 218 yards. They had 6 sacks, and they had 2 picks of McCarthy. And I think they really did what they did. You didn't need Penix to do a whole bunch. Bijan and Algier ran for 76 yards and a tutty. So you got a 2-headed backfield back there. They just kind of ran all over the bike.
Bijan and they kill niggas.
Who you telling? I would have smacked Mike for real.
He still won, man.
So and again, look. I think McCarthy's holding the ball too long. I think the routes that JJ runs and some of the players runs, they take time to develop, and they don't have the time to develop. First of all, let's think about it. They lost the guy Skull to concussion, the offensive tackle. They also lost the center Kelly for concussion as too. So both of them were out of the game. Now on defense, they really losing right now, real bad, because Harrison Smith has been out with a quad injury, and then also Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel is their pass pressure. So they don't have any pass rush on, they don't have any back end, and they don't have the front line set up. So I think McCarthy was going to struggle no matter what the case is may be. I honestly, I'm not really a fan of McCarthy. I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, like I said, playing in college ball in Michigan, you good, but it's the pros, man. This is a totally different ball game, man. Yeah, y'all ain't beat him yet. But so it's a totally different ball game. And that game against Atlanta kind of showed it. Atlanta invested the 2 first-round picks on those defensive end and defensive tackle. So that's paying off dividends for them early. They actually got a really good core on top of the fact they got AJ Terrell at corner, which is actually he was second team All-Pro last year. He left the game. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He left the game early because he got hurt. But I mean, they got a real good defensive core, if you really ask me. So I expected them to dominate this game against the Vikings. The Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, another person from the Los Angeles Rams offensive coordinator tree. He was the OC when they won the chip in 2021. But this is going to be a lot harder of a challenge than getting Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins up to speed. I just don't think it'll work. Now, Penix, on the other hand, I think Penix he's going to be that guy. He's going to be one of those guys. Let me say that. The lefty spiral is nasty. It's kind of like the sinker in baseball. It's nasty. You got Drake London who balls out. He's a big receiver. But what I really think they need is a real, like a 6'1" speedster. Like Mooney is cool.
Yeah, they got
he's cool, but they need a real breakaway player where you could throw a slant and he take that housework. Not Mooney. He's not it, bro. So I'm sorry.
That could be fucking Bijan, but like they got.
But you still
right now they got Ray McLeod for that role right now, but they need somebody.
And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And then Kyle Pitts, we obviously know Kyle Pitts hasn't lived up to potential in any capacity since he's been drafted. I thought it was a quarterback to first, and maybe it's just him at this point. So now, like I said, that game was just not an interesting game. The Falcons did what they had to do, and I think they're going to have a chance to win the division because it's that bad. And I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be drafted in the top 10 next year.
Wait, who has a chance to win the division?
Falcons. You heard him.
Fuck no.
They got a chance to beat Baker, bro. They got a chance.
I mean, they
got a chance, bro. I said a chance. I didn't say they would.
They almost beat them, but
they did. And we know the other 2 teams is terrible. Carolina and
I like what I see from Baker Mayfield right now. He's looking like the MVP right now.
It's okay, but he also led the league in interceptions last year, so let's not get carried away.
Nah, man, go ahead, Daryl, so I can go, man.
Remember, we talking about the Falcons and Vikings, Mike. Don't.
All right.
I like what I saw from the Falcons. I'm not too worried about Penix numbers. I'm going to give that credit to Brian Flores being a great defensive mind, and really just Bijan just being the go-to for that offense for that game. Like 22 carries, 143 yards. They went through him. They controlled the possession time. So it really and they were up most of the game. So running the ball. Taking advantage of that. I'm not too worried about how low Penix numbers was. But still got to me what kind of Jeff pointed out with Falcons defense. Those 2 rookie edge rushers, they showing they pay as far as their investment, as far as what they did throughout the years that passed. Falcons never really went the defensive side. It was all really all offense with them. So them having a defense that can get to that pass to the quarterback is different for them. I think they're going to lean on that along with Bijan. I'm not saying Bijan this year, he's going to have like the Saquon numbers last year, but this is going to be his year as far as being the offensive player of the year, leading rushing, leading touchdowns. That's going to be his year this year. He also got Drake London, still a 6'4" receiver, #1 option. Kyle Pitts, I mean, the talks of him being an elite tight end quiet down, but he's still serviceable as far as a tight end that can fill that void as far as getting in that in the middle of the field, getting that zone, take advantage of that. So Penix, he has all the weapons, everything he needs as far as the defense he can rely on that can get stops, giving the ball, keep points off the scoreboard, and a running back that can just take over the game at any point. So I'm not too worried about them. The Vikings, yeah, that injury is going to really delay the progression of McCarthy. I do like having just McConnell as his his I don't know, like his go-to guy, but just a person he can lean on as far as the start of his career, because he's going to make sure he's in the best position. He's got to play, and it's unfortunately that he went down. As far as Justin Jefferson, actually it might work out in his favor, because I'm not saying Wentz is going to come in there and win games, but he's not scared to throw the ball. So I'm assuming Justin Jefferson going to get like 10 to 15 targets a game. So not worried about that.
He ain't a rookie.
Yeah, but winning, that's a whole different story with that. So that's gonna actually kind of put them where I think they're going to be as far as not making the playoffs, maybe the bottom 3-4 of that division. But I feel like I like McCarthy. I feel like as far as him being shown the leadership, saying all the right things, it's really just you got to have that experience as far as being out there in an NFL setting, and I'm just learning as he goes. So the sooner that they get him back, the sooner they can keep up his progression, the better. But it's just not. They're kind of in a rebuild year. I feel like they knew that once they moved on from Kirk Cousins. It would have been crazy if they just picked up with a rookie quarterback, what they did last year. We moved on for Darnold and Cousins, as far as winning like 12, 13 games, being positive to the challenging for that number one seed in the NFC. It would have been crazy if McCarthy stepped in and they were still that, but they're feeling that rebuild time with the new rookie quarterback. So later down the road, I feel like they're gonna make some noise, but this game really made me feel even more confident about my pick as far as Falcons winning that division. They're gonna lean on that defense, and it's Bijan is going to be his year. So I like what I saw from Falcons.
I do agree about Bijan, man. He is definitely that dude. I think that I'm with Jordan. I need to see more games from Penix. You know what I mean? He has some good time, but he only played game 6, so I need to see a full season from him. They do got weapons all around him, though. I agree with that. But I just don't. I mean, yeah, you're right about Brian Flores. Though. He's nice, bro. Like real for real. But I don't know with the Vikings. Everything y'all said is true. JJ, I don't think he'll get all his numbers, bro. I think that JJ McCarthy is going to be a long season, but they probably win less than 5 or 6 games. Probably get a good draft pick. They're probably going to draft a running back because Aaron Jordan is already 30.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Jones are already 30 and hurt right now. And then they brought in Jordan Mason, and he's kind of a veteran right now. They probably didn't draft him.
I like him. He's young. He's a little young. I like
veteran.
him.
I was already say, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he's young.
He was in the Niners for like 3-4 years already, wasn't he?
4th season. He in his 4th season.
For running backs?
Yeah.
How old is he, Jeff? How old is he, Jeff?
He's I mean, he in his 4th season, motherfucker. He's born in '99, so he was 26. Yeah, he on the back end. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. 27 next year. It's time to draft a running back at least. Bring a running back.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. And then maybe somebody more on the either offensive line next year. Like that's what I would do if I was supposed to draft for them. Kind of put it with the rookie, but I don't. I'm with you, Jeff. I don't know. I mean, it was questionable. His draft pick was questionable. He was more of a game manager in Michigan. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
McCarthy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Except for Ohio State was cooking them, but besides that,
every time
he wasn't that great.
Well, it was really never him, but
that's the point. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's even worse to the point.
Relax.
Sick.
So
champions.
My thing is that I don't know. Can he be a really, really good NFL quarterback? They had no choice. They already drafted him, even though Darnold was cooking last year. At 40. Go ahead, Jordan.
No, go ahead.
4,300 yards and like what amount of touchdowns he had? Crazy amount of touchdowns or whatever like that. They could have paid Darnold and let JJ sit another year. I'm not sure, but right now to win 14 games and be that close, and they go back to like a 5-win team, that's a crazy turnaround, bro. Yeah. What'd you think, Jordan? Go ahead.
That was a conversation.
Yeah.
Last year, I said I think they should. Daryl, right? Remember that? Yeah. I said I think they should give Darnold the money.
Yeah.
And JJ, you can sit your ass down.
He only got 100 million.
That's my thing. And listen, the last 2 weeks, Sam Darnold look about real nice right now.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold still looking nice over there in Seattle.
And he would have been better. He would have been better in Kevin O'Connell's system.
Absolutely.
Now, I was gonna say this. How easy is it to play quarterback in Minnesota? Right. That's what they always say, right?
Yeah.
Can Carson Wentz have a Sam Darnold effect?
No.
You're gonna throw the ball 40 times.
I'm psychologically damaged, man.
Okay.
Yo, you know his record 16 or some shit like that.
In 6 seasons, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
okay. Listen. All I'm saying is, right? We said, listen. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna put this in your head, right? Hot take, cool, whatever, right?
Right.
Before going into last year, we said, they got Sam Darnold on the rookie. They're gonna be ass. We said they're gonna be the last in the division. They're gonna be trash. Everybody said that. They went 14. What they win? 14-3 or something?
Yeah.
Right? Sam Darnold. Okay. We sitting here talking. We sitting there saying the same shit. about him and Carson Wentz. Now Carson
Nigga,
Wentz.
JJ coming back.
Right? Listen. Nah,
Season
they
ended
say he's
injury.
gonna be
Like,
out for like 3 weeks. Like 5 weeks. You feel me? Like,
You want
listen,
Wentz to
all
come in
I'm
and light up the
saying
world.
is,
he do.
huh?
You
want Wentz to come in and light up the world.
5 year 2026. No, it's not gonna happen.
I'm really on God though. No bullshit.
Let's move on, man. Let's talk about the real NFC South Division winner, the Bucks. Some Baker Magic beat up on
they didn't beat up on them. Like,
I'm sorry, they beat up on them. They beat the Texans last night with some Baker Magic in the final drive. But honestly, I'll get to my second end of the day. But Jack Walsh, you start, man. The Bucks with the Texans, bro.
You know, it was a solid game. I think it comes down to bad clock management, honestly, the entire game. And it's not the entire game, but the whole game comes down to bad clock management because honestly, had DeMeco Ryans not had Nick Chubb run that ball into the end zone and maybe go down at the 1, they could burn more clock. They're like way too much clock.
I said too much time.
Well, niggas,
way
some
too much
people
time for
needed
Baker.
that 40 yards. I mean, listen, I hear you.
It was way too much time for Baker. Like, he got weapons.
Listen,
the Buccaneers played well. I mean, they played really well. They're a loaded team. They got Evans. They got Ibuka. They'll get Chris Godwin back at some point. Baker is a veteran quarterback that proves he can win games. He's a gunslinger. He is a clutch guy in the fourth quarter. I don't know why you want to give him that chance. You know, the Houston Texans never really got off the ground running the ball. And they really didn't get much outside of Nico Collins either, which is a problem for them. You know, CJ had a solid game. Solid. I'm not going to say it was a good game. I'm not going to say it was a bad game. But he did get the ball to Nico for 53 yards and a touchdown. He had some other passes. He didn't get to Dalton Schultz, thank God, because I was like, damn, Mike. But he has some other plays in there. But again, that defense from the Houston Texans, man, is really, really good, man. I think that's a really good component for them. They got Shipley in the back, which is a top corner in the league, in my opinion. He will be at some point soon. They got Will Anderson up front. Huh?
Speaking about Stingley?
Stingley, that's what I mean. I'm sorry, Stingley. Yeah, Stingley. He's a really good cornerback. They drafted him young. They have that. They got linebackers. They got defensive ends, and they got a quarterback and a number one receiver. And they need some other parts. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is just a veteran team. They've been there before. They've beaten the eventual champions multiple times in the past few years. So they kind of have that experience on playing good teams and coming back at the same time. Baker he's low-key a top 10 quarterback, honestly. I mean, because of what we have in the league, it's not really much, but he's a top 10 quarterback at this point. And
he is.
Not a quarterback's out there.
He is.
And you know, I think with the team that he has around him, the running game was a little weird. I mean, Bucky Irvin and Rachaad White. I don't really know. I thought Rachaad, they were like interchangeable and switchable, but they weren't. It looks like Bucky Irvin's going to take the lead and running the ball. But it was a great game, honestly. I was like, what the hell? Like, they scored a touchdown at the end. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you just fall on the 1 yard line, Chubb? Let the clock run out. As soon as I saw Baker first pass, I said, they about to score this motherfucker. They about to score, bro. I was like, dang, they just messed it up. But you know, the Buccaneers are going to have a fight going for that NFC South division, and I think the Houston Texans, they could win. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars winning that division, but we got to see.
All right, why don't you go, Daryl? Since you said the game was over last night when it wasn't.
Disappointing game from the Texans. You have to win that game. First of all, being at home, they had every opportunity to win that game, and they just failed to take advantage. First of all, the road team coming in, unfortunately, but Bucks had lost both their tackles. You're at home. You got to win that game. Disappointing from CJ Stroud. There was a couple red zone chances that the defense and special teams gave him where he was just inaccurate, just throwing balls in the dirt, throwing balls over the guy's head. He could have had 2 quick touchdowns that would have put the game away. Mm-hmm. Just bad, just inaccurate, just overall bad. And especially with your defense, and special teams playing like that, you got to take advantage. And even with that last drive, they had Baker Mayfield dead to rights. That 4th and 10. I'm gonna rewatch the play right now. They had him dead to rights. Sack, easy, would have ended the game. The guy runs right by Baker. He goes for 20 yards, and then they continue it and they score a touchdown.
Shaking bait.
They gave them the game away. They gave the game away basically, and especially at home Monday night. Disappointing, bad look for Stroud, especially with the defense and special teams making those plays that they did to keep them in the game. So they'll try to damn near carry them to the end zone themselves if they could, but just disappointing. And Baker, he took advantage of the opportunity. I still got the Falcons winning that division, but I mean, he was a veteran. He came in, he saw other quarterback, other team on the side, and not taking advantage of opportunities, and being a vet that he did, he took advantage. So I got to give him credit. But the biggest takeaway for me is the Texans, they blew opportunity winning this game for me.
That's 2 games in a row. They could have beat the Rams too, and they didn't. Yo, the Texans defense is loaded, man. They got Al Shazier, CJ Gardner. Then they got Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson, Stingley.
They're loaded.
They're loaded.
They're loaded for sure.
They're loaded
for sure.
Go ahead, Jordan. Let's talk on that game.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with the Texans first. I agree with damn near everything that Daryl said about how the Texans had every opportunity to win that game, and they honestly blew it. And just like Jeff said, they are loaded. They have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. On offense, it just, for whatever reason, they are not putting it together. And I can't tell if it is CJ Stroud or it is the offensive line. Because there are some plays that he had a lot of missed opportunities, and there's times where it's him, and then there's times where it's not. So it's just not consistent enough for them to sustain like what they had his rookie season, to be honest. It's because the defense held them relative. The Texas defense, both defenses played extremely actually well for the talent that each side has on the ball and the quarterbacks that played in the game. So the Texans got to figure something out on offense, and C.J. Stroud does, I think, have to play a little bit better, but I do think they also still do have to protect him a little bit more. Buccaneers, their defense is actually surprised me, especially how well they played the run and just how well that they played the game. Because they did stop C.J. Stroud in a lot of opportunities that they had to go score, whether it was them playing good defense or it was miscues on the Texans' part. So as far as the Buccaneers, I do see them as like, I don't see them on the threat as like us and the Packers, but I see them like right below, who like really can like truly contend. And I do think Baker Mayfield is a top 10 quarterback, and the 2 performances that he's put on in the last 2 weeks, he could be an MVP candidate. I know it's very early, but the last 2 weeks performances put him on, because they were down in both games, and he led them to win last minute. You get what I'm saying? So
for Baker.
Yeah,
Man, don't get carried away, man. I'm tripping.
I'm with Jordan, man. You know I love the chicken pick, bro.
Was the number 1 pick for a reason.
Right, bro. The nigga been clutch since college, bro.
There is no bullshit about that. Listen, he took the Browns to their first win. That year they took them to the playoffs. He was nasty.
They was 11-5, and they beat us, but still,
he was balling. And they smoked.
We beat ourselves before he beat us. Stop. Everybody keep giving him credit for that.
Listen, hold on, but what did he do after that?
What did he smoke y'all in the playoffs?
What did he do after that?
He was on the Cleveland Browns. What everybody do there?
Well, I just said he went to the playoffs. What's going on?
He was with the dumbass Browns.
Right, that's my point, bro. Come on, bro. And then Carolina, who's still trash.
Carolina, and then the Rams. And then
they were all trash.
What Carolina do since?
The Rams were trash that year.
Bro, come on, man.
No. He played good for the Rams. He only played 2 games.
But I'm saying, like, but you know what I'm saying? Stafford was out. They were ass.
Stafford was out. Yeah, like
they were trash. Like,
and then he came in and won that game for the Rams. He was good.
This is a good organization. They won a Super Bowl. The Buccaneers are not a shitty organization now.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Come on, we're not gonna.
Bro,
he had shitty teams.
Bro, the Bucs have won a division for the last since he's been there. They won before that.
Yeah, and went with Brady. Then as soon as they got him, they started winning. Right now, bro, he's a top 10 QB.
He led the league in interceptions.
He led in touchdowns
too. He's a top 10 quarterback.
So it balances out. Like, you gave it over.
Bro, Baker is a top 10 QB. Number 1.
Bro, Baker is a top 10.
Number 1, he's top 10. Number 2.
I agree, because it's not many.
Number 2, he's clutch as hell. And that's why I said they gave him too much time last night. As the game goes along, he gets better and better. The other thing is his teammates, they love him and they trust him. And that's another thing there. Problem with Cleveland, don't forget about Odell, his punk ass dad, who didn't even like him and said all that shit about him or whatever like that. Now Odell out the league and Baker cooking right now. Shit like
Odell was in Cleveland?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Maybe a
lot happens in the league.
He played with the rollie on everything.
That's how, man, remember that shit?
Remember his dad
It
put a
was
whole
him and Jarvis
compilation up
and
talking about how Baker was trash and Odell was so popular.
Well, the thing
Everybody
is,
thought it was Baker. But now
Odell
we
tore his
see,
ACL because Baker threw a pick, so gotta give him that.
Man.
but now we see Baker nice. But also, like I said, his teammates like him and trust him, and the coach trusts him.
Bro, Baker
But as
was
far as
nice.
the team is concerned, I'll start with them, I guess, now. They got two good running backs. They changed the pace running backs. You see Bucky kind of shifting and catch the ball at the backfield. White got a teeny bit older now, so he's good on like bigger bruiser runs. He got a touchdown in the fourth quarter, in the thing. They got the receiver, like I said, with Godwin coming back. Otten is a good tight end, when he gets the ball. The defense is really, really playing good. You know what I mean? I love Winfield Jr.
He's a pro.
He's a pro, bro. He's a pro for real.
He's a pro.
Yeah, Vita Vea, he's still nice. Like I love the
Devontae
defense.
David.
Yeah, who should have had a pick, by the way, on CJ before they close the game. Threw it right in his hands.
They corners ain't bad too. Like
if they keep them in the game and run the ball, bro, my point is I trust Baker in the fourth quarter, man. And I'm with Jordan. He might be a tier below that Eagles and Falcons, but after that, Bucks, Rams, even Detroit, they right there, bro.
And it's because of Baker, though. No bullshit. Because
and I'm sorry, Daryl, but the Falcons is not on that tier. I'm sorry to tell you, bro.
Yeah, they got one of the easiest schedules of this. It's on a boat in their favor.
But like niggas, why do y'all sneeze at Baker though?
Huh?
Because when he said that, it was like niggas was like
Baker led the league.
Bro, no bullshit. Like he was the number one pick, but like Baker has a rocket.
Yes.
The biggest thing with Baker is me. They go back to that Steelers playoff game.
He's kind of short, but like he's athletic.
When you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, you better be good. You better get buckets. But you threw the most interceptions in the league.
He had Gunslinger, okay, but he has as much touchdowns too. He kept him in the game.
You know who he's better than? You know who he's better than? Both y'all quarterbacks.
Jalen Hurts.
I know that.
Oh,
yeah, you smoking.
Listen, also,
he's better than both y'all quarterbacks.
He do got to win a record against Baker.
And Mike ain't say shit.
I'm taking old man Rodgers.
Nah, I'll take Baker, bro. And he do got to win a record against Jalen Hurts, though. To be clear, though, he got to win a record against Jalen Hurts. I just want to say that.
Whatever.
Baker did. Like
he better.
He need the shit get big because he be cooking y'all.
He ain't better than Jalen.
Y'all got a better team, but he still beat y'all somehow. That's all I'm
saying. He ain't better than Jalen. Look, that's who I want this year too. That's who I want this year.
He packed y'all up 2 years in a row, I think.
And we gonna whoop they fucking ass. Because every time we play them, we ain't never fully loaded.
Bro,
when we play them this year, we gonna be fully loaded. We gonna whoop they ass,
bro.
Cap.
Yo, that one playoff game, the defense was fully loaded. Hey, he had like 360, like 4 touchdowns.
He had a running touchdown, I think. Like he was balling.
I pray to God we play him in the playoffs. I pray to God. This is not the same.
But look, hold on.
They play in 2 weeks.
These are the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles you're talking about here.
Nigga, they beat y'all last year. We won the Super Bowl. We talking about.
I'm gonna fuck.
They did.
I'm gonna fuck until fucking February the 11th. Then you can tell me that shit. Okay.
Yo, the season already started. You done talking about
Eagles versus Bucks, week 4.
I didn't know
week 4 this year?
Okay.
Coordinator.
Okay.
February 10th, 2026, then you can start talking to me about that shit. And it's gonna be us again. You're gonna keep hearing it.
All right,
hold on. Keep hearing.
Let me focus on this game, bro. We going too far left. One last thing about Baker, I want to say that play he made that Daryl's talking about. That play right now, CJ Stroud doesn't make. When he got out of the sack, runs 22 yards.
Yeah.
I just think that he got a feel for it. I guess my thing about it.
But see, that'd be my problem with a lot of these young quarterbacks who because CJ Stroud looks athletic. I don't think he's not athletic.
Yeah, he can run. He can get out the pocket and get the first down.
They're so
pressed on play though.
Right, but they're so pressed on being pocket passers.
Yeah.
It's like that's what the league does to like a lot of athletic quarterbacks. Like, oh, prove you can throw it. Like, no, you gotta fucking run a little bit too, bro. Like, you gotta have a couple scrambles, break loose, get loose. But CJ Stroud.
I bet you Peyton Manning and Eli Manning and all those guys wish they could fucking move. Tom Brady.
I saw Peyton Manning do a bootleg on the back end when he was in Denver and ran.
Tom Brady wish. But I'm saying, like, you get what I'm saying, like
yeah.
I never said he can't move.
They never had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but CJ don't move enough for me.
And they wish they had it.
They
Yeah.
don't run at all.
He'll only run a lot of like on the run throws, shit like that. That's what Baker does or whatever like that. Like
Baker's good at that.
Well, I would say I would trust Baker. I would say listen. Baker is an athlete. People
going to the Texans though. If we go back on Baker, I do think that they do. The defense is loaded. You're right. The running game, I don't know, man. Like, of course, Mixon was better last year. Chubb is like,
but they got a new offensive coordinator.
That too, Nick Colley. I seen that.
The old OC left. And he got fired because they said he had to decline from his first year to the second. I said, "Damn, 2 years on the string."
I don't like that. That's
slow. Like it's stupid.
Because he actually a part of Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, group or whatever like that. So I don't like they fired Bobby Slowick or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like this OC so far.
The bad part is he's in Miami, so it looks even worse.
So like pass coordinator, but and then I don't know, man. I think the Colts might win the division, man, this year, man. The Texans won last year. They're gonna have a tough schedule. They were number 1 in the division.
Honestly, Daniel Jones is looking like a
Danny Dimes. Dimes is back, baby.
That's why I got the
Danny Dimes.
He another one of my guys like that. Yo, look, Baker, Dimes, and Mac Jones. Boy, we had a good week this week.
Is the jury still out on that? Mac Jones, Justin Fields?
Been out.
They both trash.
Well, Justin Fields is a starter in the NFL. Just saying.
Justin Fields is trash.
Mac Jones is
trash, bro. He's hot garbage, homie. Don't even bring that back into the picture. Like, don't even come back with it.
He was a running back, bro. We've been through this.
Yo, he came so back down to earth. We talked so glowingly about him last week.
Who? Justin Fields?
Like we was all sitting there like, yo, that was the best game
saying that. I said I was
ever played. She wasn't saying that?
No.
Everybody was saying that.
Never ever.
It was
the best game I ever saw from him in the NFL. Like week 1, and then this week it was just like
garbage.
A total letdown.
Running back, bro.
Terrible.
If he's smart, he'll move a running back or like a what they call it, a scat back or option back,
something. Like. He's always gonna find a team though, because some team with no quarterback is gonna willing to take him and his running prowess.
Yeah.
He can run with that pill. He trying to show, but just like you said, Jeff, he doing a little bit too much and trying to show that you can throw from the pocket. Nigga, get up out of there. Then you know you can do that shit.
And the Jaguars got a crazy hard schedule.
Well, speaking of trash quarterbacks, the Raiders.
Good
segue, right?
Jordan, don't clap. I might beat you with Gino this week.
Listen, I got a nasty take for you. You heard me?
They lost to the Chargers and whatnot. Basically, from start to finish. Literally start to finish. The first play of the game was an interception. So literally from start to finish.
That was bad.
I know Tom Brady was going nuts in that booth. Like,
that was
that was terrible.
Now we're back on you, man. You can start, man. Raiders versus Chargers. What you got, man?
Yeah, this game kind of went how I thought it would. I feel like just Chargers. I think Chargers is a better team right now. But I saw some issues that. Well, not issues, but I'm not sure. Is this a new Chargers that we're looking at? Because they really just changed their whole philosophy compared to last year. Last year was just run heavy. I mean, with J.K. Dobbins, I forget who else they had, but they was running 30 times a game. No questions asked. Yeah, Gus Edwards too. But now it's really all on Herbert as far as making the plays. He was the number 1 rusher. I feel like that's really the piece that's missing with them. That their rookie Omarion Hampton, he hasn't really stepped up into that role. They have Najee as a backup role, waiting for him, their rookie, to step up as well. So their running game is kind of they offense just flipped around. It used to be run heavy, now it's pass heavy. Quinn Johnson, he figured out how to pass or catch this year. Got the old man Keenan Allen back. He's making plays. Ladd McConkey, he's making plays as always as well. So they got a good offensive threat as far as passing. I feel like they're going to have to lean on that run game as we get close to the end of the year. Maybe Omarion, he finds the footing in his league at that point and takes over in more of that regard. But really, that's the only hole that I see from them. Defense, they got a couple injuries they got to deal with now, especially with Khalil Mack. That looked kind of bad. Him in a sling. Yeah. So they got to fill some holes, but they still got Derwin James. I feel he's the best safety in the league. He's making plays all across the field. So they got some pieces, but I feel like the running game is this going to be my question for the Chargers moving forward. The Raiders, they said as far as the defense, they was talking about it in the broadcast. For me, I hate zone defense. Like they kept playing zone defense, letting McConkey run these crossing routes, and Herbert he was just sitting in the pocket. He was just sitting in the pocket, waiting for the receiver to find the zone, the hole in the zone, and it was just wide open all day. So I just don't like that scheme as far as zone defense, getting receivers a clean break, getting those free yards, and then trying to kind of clean up the tackle. So
relying on the pass rush.
Yeah, that kind of did them in, and especially with Geno's turnovers. I think it was just I'm not sure if overconfidence or not seeing, but that from the first pass, maybe he underestimated the speed of the Chargers side. I'm not sure if it was the second or third interception. It was real bad. It was a deep shot on the right side of the field. That was I don't know what that was, but we've seen that from him in the past. I do feel like, again, we kind of talked about it last night. The Raiders, they need to find that young quarterback, especially with Tom Brady in front office, that they can groom in, and as far as progress, as far as being that next guy. I think Geno, he's just a stop order right now, but and they got Kenny Pickett as a backup, so that is it's still until they figure out their next guy. They got weapons across the board as far as on offense. They got one of the best tight ends. They got a running back that looks promising. A couple good receivers. I still like Deontay Thornton. I still like, even though he makes plays and sparingly, but I like what he. If Geno can take care of the ball and can keep more possessions going, keep more plays going, I feel like that could change. But I like Myers too. So they got some pieces, but really, it all starts with the quarterback. Once they figure that out, I feel like they'll be good, especially who's in charge in that front office too.
All right, Jordan, go ahead, get you up.
I mean, the Chargers are just the overall better team on both sides of the ball. Their defense is very, very good. They're going to be a little bit underrated, but I think they're really, really good. They're fast. They can tackle. They have pass rushers. Khalil Mack did go out, so that was shitty. They have some decent corners. I expected it kind of to be the same way. It was a little bit more closer than it looked, after even the turnovers in the first half. I think he had all three of his interceptions in the first half. That's just disgusting. No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, still 3 interceptions.
Yeah, 3 picks is terrible.
The Raiders have an identity issue. We thought coming into the season they'd be run heavy with Genty. You pick a running back top 7. That should be, the goal. That should be the thing. They can't run block effectively for him. He makes something out of nothing. That's what he's doing. Like, you even saw a couple of times where they trying to feed him the ball and he's making something out of nothing. And they don't have a line to protect Geno either. But the more you put it on Geno, the more times you give him opportunities to make mistakes, which is what happened. So, until they can figure out an identity and get a better offensive line, they're always going to be in this limbo of offense. Because they have a pretty decent defense, because they held the Chargers to 20 points. So the defense is not terrible, but you give Justin Herbert 3 more opportunities, they're going to have more points than you. And they can't control the clock because they can't run the fucking ball. So that Genty is the real deal. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw this nigga before warm-ups, and the way, no Diddy shit, no, you know what I'm saying? But the way this nigga is built and shit, he is a monster. You feel me? You give him the ball, and he can have a Bijan, Saquon Barkley, but stronger type effect. You get what I'm saying? The boy is a house, but running a 4-3, 4-4. You dig? And can move. I don't know if y'all saw that spin move he did on Derwin James. Derwin James, all-pro safety. He had you feel me? That shit was crazy. He's real deal. They need to design the fucking offense. I know they got Brock Bowers. I know they got Josh. He's the best player on the fucking team. Period. He should be getting 20 to 25 looks. I didn't see that. Jeff, did you?
No, he only had 11.
The fuck is that?
Go ahead, Jeff. You up about your your squad?
Yeah, I hate this, Mike. But yeah, so the turnovers did ascend really. I mean, even after the first one, it was still pretty close. I mean, it wasn't until like the second quarter where they kind of broke away after with the Keenan Allen touchdown. I think that was in the back of the corner. I think Pete's still trying to find. I think he's trying to warm Geno up. I don't know. He's just letting him sling it. Last week he had 40 something passes. This week he had like 30 something passes. It's crazy.
Nasty.
But I mean, in reality, we don't have an outside threat. I mean, it's Jacoby Myers is a good receiver, but he's legitimately a number 2 at his best, and he's probably a legitimate slot. He's not a top. We got Thornton Jr., which isn't good. My problem, like I said, is on defense, man. I think the kid Tyree Wilson, he looks like he's busting right now. To be honest with me, like he was the seventh pick in the 2023 draft. He looks busting to me. Like he has 0 tackles last night, 0 sacks. He's not doing anything. I don't know what's going on. So that's bad. As far as the Chargers, on the other hand, this Chargers team, it resembles Jim Harbaugh. They're gritty. They tough. It's not going to be really, really pretty. It's going to be like some gritty plays, some plays that they make that you don't expect them to make that kind of keep drives going. Justin Herbert is looking like he's finding comfortability in himself. He is running a lot more. I don't know if that's on the offensive line part of it breaking down, but either way, he's showing his mobility as well as throwing the ball. They aren't running the football because honestly, Omarion Hampton might not be the answer, and we damn sure know Najee Harris ain't the motherfucking answer either. So the backfield is really full of unprovens. Honestly,
they gonna get that together. They gonna get that together.
Najee's trash. And Hampton, we just don't know. Hampton played what at UNC, so he's not really playing like.
He's not trash, bro.
Like that.
Najee slow as hell, bro.
Trash, bro. Najee's trash, bro. I can't believe he said that.
You faster than Najee right here, bro. I believe.
Bro, come on, man. So I think the Chargers are good on defense. Yes, they are really good. I think they have. Don't they have Asante Samuel Jr. on that team?
He still cooked.
He's still unsigned, I think.
Wow, that's crazy. He was actually in my opinion. Of course, we know they got up front. They don't have Joey Bosa anymore. He's with the 49ers. The Bills. That's even crazier. Again, like I said, this team just resembles Harbaugh. They have holes on the team. Right now, they're leading the division. They might win the division. Honestly, to be crazy part of it, like that's the wildest thing I ever thought. The Chiefs would succumb to the division to the Los Angeles Chargers. Like it's crazy. But the game, it was just ugly. Geno just was looking ugly after the first week, throwing for the most yards in franchise history to come back out and throw a 3-pick stinker with Brady in the booth. Like maybe that was too much pressure for him. I don't know, man. But we've got some holes we got to fill. Like I said, we got to get a receiver, bro. We don't have a receiver. Genty is cool, but if we run him a lot, we start loading the box.
Hey,
we don't throw him screens. It's week 2. We'll see. I don't know. I really, Genty. I don't know. I
don't know, man.
He played at Boise State, bro.
Jeff, I'm telling you, Jeff.
Here's the deal with Genty, bro. Genty is
legit.
Genty a good runner, but he's like a catcher at the backfield.
No, listen, y'all tripping.
He played at Boise State.
Look at the catch. He had him against the Boise State.
Jeff, even against Power 5, Oregon, 140 yards.
Oregon, they're not
listen.
Oregon.
Did you see that spin move he made on Derwin James? I don't think you understand.
But you know what? I also saw some.
Derwin James is an all-pro safety. Did you see how he? Hold up. Did you see how when he got that clear? Did you see how he flattened that boy when he ran that boy over?
But listen, they put in the other kid White for passing down. He can't catch up the backfield.
Yes, he can.
But they're not doing it. He obviously can because they're not putting him in those positions.
Yes, he can. Because it's y'all. It's fucking y'all.
They don't trust him in pass protection. There was clips of him looking bad.
It was bad pass protection, but he can catch the ball. He can catch the ball.
They ain't put him in for passing downs, bro. They put in the kid White
because he can't pass protect. He's a rookie. This is the NFL. Now he did come up a couple of times, but listen, I'm telling y'all right now.
I know he's a great running back though. He good though.
25 touches.
I agree. I said it before the show. I don't know what they saving him for here.
The
rookie,
boy
you don't save running back. Give him 25 catches, establish the run more than the pass. Again, that first play was the pick pass. That should have been a run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, he fucked that up. Right, he a
Right.
rookie.
Right.
But
And
did you the
No, I
plays
agree.
that really showed
I
me
think
he
he should
really
get.
won?
I thought it was gonna be a bell cow. I thought it was gonna be a 12
Yeah.
yard back. I thought he was gonna get it this season because you don't have that many weapons on the outside, like Jeff said. Besides Bowers, who I like. I don't trust. No, I don't never trust Chip Kelly. To be honest with you, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it.
He was a national champion.
I'm happy Brady is.
Always go back to
He was the OC. He was the
like,
OC.
He
was the OC.
League,
He was the OC for the reigning national college football champion.
You also had y'all Eagles looking kind of bad for you.
That's fine.
And he wanted to fire him.
That's fine.
So I'm just saying. I don't know about Chip, but Geno is the real issue. Honestly, he's gonna have up and down games. He's gonna give you that game he had last week, Jeff. Then give you the game he had this week.
I don't know if it's Geno. It's the Raiders.
Man, let Mike
It's the fucking Raiders.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand what they're doing. I just don't get it.
I think they're gonna be.
Brady needs to get more involved, I guess.
Probably
had more passing yards than Hurts. But I'm just saying, go ahead, Mike.
And y'all lost.
I think that third or fourth gonna come down to the Broncos and the Raiders.
Maybe if he passes less, y'all win more games.
I think that the Chargers are gonna win it because number one, the Chiefs have a first place schedule. The Chargers don't. I think that the Chiefs gonna be battling to get into it when they get all their weapons back. Chargers is solid. Herbert, he should probably run a little bit less. He almost got injured on the one slide, so I would run him a little bit less than he's running now. He passing the ball great, but Jim also. Well, I don't know the play caller. I don't know if it's Jim or somebody else, but they could have won by more points, bro. It was some bad play calls in that game to me. And even the
Raiders defense ain't bad. The Raiders defense ain't play that bad.
On the 1 4th and goal situation, I'm sorry, first and goal, they ran the bitch 3 times with Hampton. Like, yo, even your man Orlovsky was like, yo, give Herbert the fucking ball. Like, why are you running it fucking 3 straight times on like 1st and 5 or whatever like that?
Greg Roman is
they're trying to.
He was with the Ravens.
Impose their will.
You know what he does? He runs.
Come on, man.
That's a hardball thing. He's trying to.
That's what I said. He's a gritty. He's going to try to break.
He's going to do that. Listen. I get his Michigan, but he had a game in Michigan where they didn't throw a pass.
It's not him. It's Greg Roman.
And they ran the ball the entire game, just like the Patriots did that one time. Remember against the Bills that one year where they didn't pass the ball the whole fucking game.
The Raiders.
He did that shit.
The Raiders and the Picks, I think, beat themselves a lot in that game. They were up 11 points like the whole fourth quarter. There was several times they had to punt it back to them as well. I think there was some bad play call in the fourth quarter from Jim, in my opinion. I don't know if he was trying to milk it and just get out of the game with a win, but I feel like that he left some points on the table. So I want to see how Jim is moving forward down the line. Moving forward, though, for us, though, next game was Monday.
Arm burner.
Cowboys, survived the Giants. Overtime thriller, which who saw that shit coming? I had the Cowboys defense. What the fuck? But anyway, I try to put an okey-doke in that shit. But anyway, let's talk about your NFC East roommates, Jordan, the Cowboys and the Giants in that game, man.
Well, this was a stinker. But you feel me? Like, it ended up being, I guess, an entertaining, exciting game, back and forth. Both offenses, throwing it around, making plays. I loved what I saw from Malik Neighbors. I know that I hate the Giants, and I hate the Cowboys even more. You know what I'm saying? But Malik Neighbors is a star. I was just talking to my mans though. I was like, we was talking about it right before the games was going on Sunday, and I'm like, yo, if we were talking about like the top 5 receivers in the league, right? And I was like, Chase, Jettas, of course, AJ Brown. And then like Tyreek has fell off because of what's going on in Miami, a little bit. So CeeDee Lamb is in the top 5 to me. And then I'm like, yo, if anybody else would claim that 5th spot for me out of all the receivers in the league, if he can get a quarterback, it is without a doubt.
Fuck out of here, bro. Puka is in the top 5. Bro.
I would take Malik Neighbors over Puka to go.
Nah, you smoking, my nigga.
Thank you, Jeff.
I just need a nigga run a 45-yard touchdown, my nigga.
I don't know. Did you see what this
I'm
nigga
convinced.
I don't think you saw the shit that he did. this past
Wait.
week against Dallas Cowboys?
And I might take Puka
Dallas.
over CD Lamb. Be honest with you, bro. So,
Yeah.
You're bugging.
Puka,
You're
wow.
bugging. And I'm a
Puka, wow.
Puka fan, but you're bugging. Puka's like
Okay.
6. Puka would be like 6. No bullshit. Listen, CD Lamb and Malik Neighbors. I'm telling you. Did you see when they were down? It was 30 seconds left, and he ran past that DB and that safety.
Bro, the
It's
DB
the
was trash.
Cowboys.
That is
bro.
no. In the clutch, did you see the
Their
catch?
top DB was out, number one.
Y'all
playing.
niggas is tripping.
Okay, go ahead. Finish
If
up.
he
Go
gets
ahead.
a consistent quarterback play, he will be in the top 5 without a doubt. He is going to be a top 5 wide receiver in the National Football League.
Nice, for real, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. They just listen. I was watching. They was talking about even on Get Up. This was talking about is he the best receiver? Can he be the best receiver in the league? They wouldn't even be saying that shit if he couldn't be top 5. He's about to be a top 5 wide receiver.
I'm not saying he's not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think right now he's better than Puka. At least not today. And I don't think CeeDee Lamb is either.
He's better than Puka Nacua today.
Not
What are we
today.
talking about?
Not Malik Neighbors,
What the
no.
fuck are we talking about?
Fuck
I feel like Puka
I'm
can do
shocked,
more.
Jordan,
Like
that
his,
you
Thank
saying
you,
that.
thank you, Daryl.
like Puka's route tree is deeper right
I'm
now.
shocked
than
you
he's
saying
been.
that, Jordan, because you're a Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford fanboy.
No.
So I'm kind of shocked
Malik
that
can
you
run
saying
any
that.
route. And he's faster.
That nigga Puka.
He's more
Puka,
athletic.
hands
He's
is
just
crazy
smaller.
nasty.
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
He's nasty, bro.
Puka, he crafty. Like he got. I think Puka can do more as we speak right now. He can.
Yeah,
Hell
after
yeah,
the Casio Puka nights, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
Go ahead about the game, though, Jordan.
I can't believe I'm defending the New York fucking Giants. Like, this is fucking crazy. You feel me?
Bro.
I don't think you really watched Puka, bro. This nigga nasty. Bro.
He's on my fantasy.
No, he's not. He's on my team,
I
bro.
gave you him last year. I told you. You didn't want him.
I did want him. The fuck out of
No.
here.
I know how good Puka Nacua is. Malik Neighbors is better.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, Malik Neighbors only had 71 yards the first game against the Redskins, the Commanders. I'm just saying.
Man, all right, man. Jeff, you go, man. Cowboys, Giants, bro.
How about Russ, man, with the 45 spot, like the 450 nickel right there? That's crazy. You know, that was an interesting game, you know, because like I said, both of those quarterbacks probably are on the same level of as far as like they'll have the same trajectory this season. They'll probably have games that are wow us, and then they'll have games that'll be like, what the front door? Like, because even Russ, the interception he threw, that was terrible. Like, it wasn't even in the vicinity of Neighbors. Like, he just really like threw it off his back foot and hailed it. So, you know, that's interesting. The Cowboys, yeah, man, it just shows how bad they missed Micah Parsons because they really got cooked all the way up, carved all the way up. They gave up 2 100-yard receivers in the same game, which is insane to the New York Football Giants.
Clowning right after the fucking game, a pass rusher. And they went and signed a pass rusher, Clowning, right after.
They knew they had probably had him on
That's
ice.
how
waiting
bad
for the
it
game.
was, though.
So, but look, you know, like I said, the Giant Russ played a hell of a game, except for that interception. I mean, he threw the ball all up and down the field. He killed the Cowboys. The Cowboys, Dak had a great game too, 361, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception. Dak had the third down run for like 14 yards in overtime that kind of moved them closer. Of course, they relied on the kicker. Their kicker is probably the best kicker in the league at this point, honestly, because I can't think of any other kickers right now. And Jordan, don't say your kicker. So, you know, I'm worried about that. But, you know, again, look, those two teams are probably going to finish. I think the Cowboys can win the division. Honestly, I don't know. It just seems. I think the Cowboys might. They got 2 number 1 receivers, man.
What did you say?
Mike, how many years? How many years? No repeat, Mike.
It's like
What?
21.
Quarter
now.
century, nigga. Like quarter
Are you
century, no
crazy?
repeat, bro. Nobody's repeating in the NFC East. It's not go down. That game was amazing, though.
It's 2025, nigga. Get that shit up.
Yeah. Every year we say that, and then the same team don't win in the division,
Oh
bro.
my god!
I know you're not expecting to win in the division throwing for 200 yards in 2 games. Come on, man.
We're gonna win the fucking division.
Listen, right? Dallas
Watch.
Cowboys got a
And
lot
we
on
going
their
back
table.
to the Super Bowl.
I think them getting
Fuck.
Javonte Williams was real big. He had a great game. He ran for 91 yards, had a touchdown.
my
That's really good
God.
for them. Then they got the young boy Jaden Blue in the back, who's actually going to assist Williams once they start kind of getting everything on par.
We
That
beat
looks
them
like he's
already.
ready to have a good season, honestly,
We
if you
beat
ask
them
me.
already.
You know, but this game was crazy, man. It was a lot of scoring, but it also identifies that both of those defenses are terrible, and the play calling on the defense is.
Hey, you think we're not gonna win the division looking at that shit?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Y'all look
Yeah,
shitty.
we already beat Dallas.
Shitty. Y'all look shitty when y'all beat Dallas, bro.
Okay. Oh my
Y'all
God.
did.
We didn't play Dallas.
Nigga, you
We
was
got
mad
we played
emotional
the
after that
Chiefs.
game.
We
Whatever.
got
Mad
the Rams
emotional.
this week. Then we play the Rams. When we beat them, what y'all gonna say after that?
I got y'all with the L in the
What
Rams.
y'all gonna say? No, it's not
What's
gonna
up?
happen.
You want to bet a dub? We gonna
I
bet
love
Mike
you,
Dub?
bro. Keep it
You want to
coming.
bet Mike Dub? What's up? All right.
He ain't going to bet. He's scared to bet. He ain't going to bet.
He gonna be like, yo, let's
I
bet
love
$7.12.
that
Like, nigga,
Keep
I
it
ain't betting
coming.
$7.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And when we look, does everybody fully expect the Cowboys and the Chiefs to make the playoffs?
Bro.
I'm just asking.
Hell no.
Nigga, you off topic.
Do you expect the Rams? Do you expect the Rams to make the playoffs?
I do,
Yeah.
Okay, so when we beat them,
These next 2
and we
weeks,
come on here
Rams and Bucks.
on Tuesday when we 3-0, because this is on wax. The fuck I told you so.
I don't know if y'all gonna beat the Rams, bro. Y'all barely beat them last season.
Yo, I was just saying this to my mans though, right? There's only one team that I fear, right?
The Rams.
And that's the Green Bay Packers. Other than that, if it's not the Green Bay Packers on the Eagles schedule, I fully expect the Eagles to win every fucking game.
If
When I wake
Dory
up
Jackson
on
is that
Sunday,
quarterback for the
there's
Eagles,
no team that I fear. There's no team that I fear. Going in like y'all, like I have like other fans of other teams. They got
All
fans
right,
of other
bro. All
teams
right,
in
bro. All
playoffs.
right.
Yeah.
I don't have that
We'll
shit.
get to the Eagles, man. We got an Eagles topic. Daryl, Cowboys, Giants, bro.
and you a Stafford fanboy.
And
Hold on,
he gonna get his ass whooped.
chill, Jeff. Daryl, Cowboys, Giants.
I'll be quick. Yeah. This was like the most unexpected, greatest game I can remember seeing in a while. Like
He said,
I was expecting to be, I was expecting to be a slow, ugly, boring game, but it was everything but that. As far as the Cowboys, from what I saw, as far as from an offensive standpoint, this might be one of the more balanced Cowboys offense. I like what I see from Javonte. He's been running hard the past 2 weeks. If I started him, I'd be 2-0, but that's neither here nor there. But I like what I saw from Pickens. He's finally getting more involved with Dak. But I don't have neither of these teams making the playoffs. If anything, I feel like Cowboys would be fighting for that one of those final wild card spots and then probably going home first round. But they definitely didn't expect this. Definitely didn't expect the game from Russ. I do kind of agree with Jordan. I feel like Neighbors, he's going to follow his LSU brothers with Chase and Jefferson being a top quarter receiver in the league. I don't know what number yet because there's still some other guys that have made the case, but top 10 for sure. But they just don't have enough. Cameron Scadaboo, that's their number one running back right now.
Though. You sneezed at
I'm sleeping.
He's
Snoozing on that.
Please don't sleep on it.
He's nice. I mean, he got energy, but
Nice.
He not a number one that you can rely on. He part of a 1-2 punch, then yeah, but not.
I don't know if niggas saw what he did.
Man, let this man finish, bro.
And then Wilson, he had a good game, but I saw that last year as far as him starting off a season with going good, but he's gonna come back to reality soon, and they're gonna be fighting for that top 10 pick. That's from what I see from the Giants. But again, not too much takeaway because again, I don't think these teams are going to be what we're going to be talking about when it comes time to cut off the extra fat and focus on the real teams.
I like that one.
Yeah, I agree with Daryl. I think I don't think either one of these teams make the playoffs. To be honest with you, but I do think that for the Giants, I think Russ heard all the noise. He's trying to hold off Dart. He's trying to play as long as he can because they know they got a rookie that they drafted pretty high and they're gonna want us to play at some point. Dayball trying to save his job. They going with the veteran too and trying to see what he can do. But I think Dayball cooked. I think Russ is cooked. At some point, end of this year. I think that it was a perfect solution for Russ. I think Cowboys had no pass rush because they don't have Micah and they have good pass rushers. Plus, they're missing the top corner and Diggs wasn't it. So you get no rush, no good coverage. You're going to get bombs away. And that's what happened. I feel like Dak actually played a good game. Dak played pretty good the last 2 weeks, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like, Dak, one thing about Dak, different than Russ, Dak ain't like looking over his shoulder for Ricky to come in. Dak seemed comfortable this year. I think Schottenheimer is an upgrade over McCarthy. I just don't think that this year is the year, fully. They got a lot of holes on that team, I feel like right now. But Javonte Williams is a good pickup. CD is CD. I still don't trust GP, but that's my own thing with that. But I do feel like that it was a great game, especially towards the end. And I like games like that. You know what I mean? Cowboys won for their fans. Russ, I think, will be out by the bye week before it comes back. That's we know after the bye week. So that's my thoughts. Let's move on. We can talk about the Eagles finally. And how they narrowly escaped the Chiefs, even though they're missing their two best receivers and whatnot. And let's talk about that. Jeff, why don't you start with that, man?
So it was a good game. It was a 12-round boxing bout. I thought the Chiefs would come out with a little bit more oomph and kind of maybe compete against the Eagles a little bit more. Obviously, just losing the Super Bowl to them in February, I thought they would have had a little chip on their shoulder. Now, yes, they are missing their top two receivers due to different circumstances, but we've seen Mahomes do more with less. We've seen them win the Super Bowl with less. I was expecting that. The Kansas City Chiefs, the run game is kind of like null and void at this point. I mean,
worst in the league right now.
Yeah, they got two terrible running backs right now. And I'm not saying Pacheco is terrible, but he's just not running well. He isn't what they need. That offense is starting to get really slow. You got Kelsey slow at tight end. You got two slow running backs. It's not going to really work. And right now, the Eagles are just finding ways to win. I mean, they're showing championship pedigree, just winning in a variety of ways. They're doing what they have to do to keep the score in their favor when the clock hits zero, which is what this whole game is about. It's not as pretty as we've seen them play before, but it's something that they throughout their course of their existence, as far as the Nick Sirianni regime, kind of like they just been able to win any games any kind of way. It could be ugly, it could be pretty, they could run, they could throw, whatever the case may be, and that's what they're doing. And the defense the Eagles have always had a good defense. I mean, that's their staple for as far as I can remember, back even early 2000s. Having a good defense is something that they've hung their hat on. This game itself, though, was interesting. Pat Mahomes again led the team in rushing, which is concerning for that team itself. The Eagles couldn't really contain him with that, but they definitely have. They got better cornerback play because, again, it wasn't nobody to guard. I mean, you really can't look at it and say anything other than that. The Eagles do face a real challenge this week with a team with two number one receivers on their rosters. We'll see how that works out and plays out. Also, a Super Bowl winning quarterback who is a gunslinger and can sling the ball around, so we'll figure that out. But in terms for the Chiefs to go 0-2 to start the season 0-2, I don't write them off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've seen stranger things because typically when teams start 0-2, it's like a 73% chance that they don't make the playoffs. But stats are meant to be broken and changed and things of that nature. Maybe Andy can figure something out. He just doesn't have that much time to figure it out. He can't wait till the bye week this season to figure it out. He has to get on board and figure that out soon. And they got to get one of them receivers going. I mean, but the whole entire team is archaic. They're dinosaurs. You got you got John Smith, because Juju Smith-Schuster's real name is John Smith, right? You got him. You got Kelsey. Everyone's old. Hunt's old. They're all old, man. Chris Jones really isn't looking like himself. They do have Trent McDuffie isn't looking like himself either. I thought he was going to be a premier cornerback. But he doesn't look like it either. So this game was a little ugly itself, if you ask me. Honestly, it was really ugly. It was slow pace, and but the Philadelphia Eagles came out with the win, and we'll see what they do next week.
Daryl.
Yeah, man. As far as this game, especially with all the scoring went on Sunday, it was ironic that the Super Bowl rematch was the lowest scoring. As far as the Chiefs, I mean, we saw week one. It's the Patrick Mahomes show. It's a one-man show. And it's not a recipe for success. But even if how good Mahomes is, like, you can't be the number one rusher with no receiving help. I mean, Hollywood Brown came back down to earth. I'm not sure. I wasn't watching too closely as far as if Q was on him majority of the game, but for him to have Hollywood Brown had over 10 targets in week one, to be quiet. I thought that was going to build a relationship with them, at least until Rice gets back, but still without a number one guy or someone he can lean on as far as moving the chains. So it's really all on him with his arm and legs, basically, to be that entire offense. As far as the Eagles, I like what I saw as far as just like Jeff said, championship pedigree. I'm always going to be jealous of the offensive line because just how dominant they are. They make it make winning easier compared to other teams that don't have as good of offensive line. So even with Jalen or the passing aspect not there, even with Saquon, he hasn't taken the top off any defenses yet so far. They kind of held him in check the past couple of weeks. But even with that, they still make the right plays and lean on the defense. It was really a defensive battle, really throughout the most part. But it's just really just the Chiefs' lack of weapons I feel like it was the deciding factor. I keep saying the Chiefs need to make a move, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is the Chiefs we're going to see. Well, I mean, with Rice and Worthy back, that's going to be them. But I don't think the GM is aggressive enough, like a Jeffrey, not like a Howie Roseman type, that's going to make a big move during the season. That's going to change things. I don't even know a receiver really out there that's going to make a number one receiver that's going to be available to make a difference. So I feel like Rice and Worthy, that's going to be this Chiefs. I think that's the best thing that they can look forward to. But really, I think what kind of Jeff talked about, the running game. I'm not sure what's wrong with Pacheco. Maybe still lingering injuries, but that's not enough to win with him and Hunt. What they're doing right now. I would have liked to see them draft. I don't know what they did with the draft. They draft picks this year.
They did draft the rookie running back from SMU.
Well, he's on the
third string. They don't use him.
That's terrible.
Bad draft pick, I guess. Then, as far as they got to use that, as far as use, that's the word. As far as the youth that they need, as far as with their top as far as positions getting older. Running back is one of the key positions. I feel like you got to keep that youth and keep that churning. Keep a young running back with energy and just make everything better. So I feel like I did pick them for the Super Bowl. I mean, it'll be like a storybook ending for the NFL for the Chiefs to start off this bad and then pick it up somewhere and during the season and carry that to the Super Bowl. I'm still sticking with it, but I don't like what I'm seeing from them. If this is the Chiefs that we'll see throughout the rest of the year, I see them losing to the Ravens or Bills before they get back to the bowl.
Jordan will be back. I don't know what happened to him, but
kicked him off the show. He kicked him off for the sound.
But let me go real quick then. I think that it won't be the same Chiefs because I do think, of course, we know Rice coming back and we know Worthy going to be back. They were building whole game plans around Rice in the offseason, then around Worthy when they found out a suspension. Like last week was built around Worthy. So I think that Hollywood's supposed to be the number 3. Juju probably wasn't going to play that much and whatnot. And then, like you said, Kelsey's supposed to be like just a hold on. Kelsey would have been like a safety. I'll let you go, Jordan. I started without you.
Security blanket.
Kelsey's supposed to be like a security blanket, not like a go-to guy. So when you 2 receivers down, that shifts everybody. And I think that's one of the issues. Nothing wrong with Mahomes. It's the personnel. That's the issue. Everybody's saying Mahomes this, Mahomes that. No, he got no personnel. And I know what you said, Jeff. He did it years ago. But that catches up to you. And I also think the play calling, I mean, I love Andy, obviously, but they done lost Eric Bieniemy over the years. I think he was losing. Eventually it catches up, especially when the personnel is not there. Ray Rice was brought in. So by now, he should be like a number 1 top flight receiver. But between the injury last year, suspension this year, he can't get on the field. Then we got Worthy who's hurt. And like you said, Pacheco had 22 yards this week, 27 last week. He's the number 1 fucking back. Not even getting 30 yards is crazy. You know what I mean? I feel like
that's the Eagles' defense, though, too.
He had 27 last week, though, Pacheco. Okay. So I'm just saying.
They played the Chargers' defense, who the Raiders didn't run well either. So
why not? Jency had 11:43. Stop hating. Get your ass out.
Pacheco done lost the steps to injury, bro. He's not getting back. I'm sorry. I just don't think. And Hunt isn't great. Hunt is good picking up 3rd downs and 4th downs. He's very shifty on that, but he ain't number 1. They got nobody who could break off ever a 40, 50-yarder. Just let Pat have a good, easy drive. All their drives is long and methodical. That's hard to sustain. The Eagles' defense, partly, but they can also load the box when they know ain't no fucking outside threats besides Hollywood fucking Brown when nobody out there and shit like that.
He like this
and as far as Hollywood last week, I feel like that what you said, Daryl, last week it was like, oh no, Worthy's out. They said just throwing to Hollywood. This week the game plan with Noah Brown. Not Noah Brown. What's his name?
He on the team too, Noah Brown.
Noah Gray.
Noah Gray.
Noah Gray. They had a lot of Kelsey. They game plan for everybody, not just be like a number one for Hollywood. That might have been, whatever the game plan was. But I think that the Chiefs need personnel. I agree with you. I think they're going to lose to the Bills or Ravens. I think they'll still make the playoffs, like a fifth, maybe sixth seed. You know what I mean, down the line. But they got to get better, man. I'm with you about the GM, yo. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm
sitting on his hands, doing nothing.
Listen,
They should tank.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I'm
you got a
gonna
generational guy.
take,
You gotta do whatever.
I'm gonna take the emotion out of it. I'll be objective. I'm gonna speak on both teams.
All right.
One, it was a good game. It was a defensive battle. The difference of the game was the turnover. Kelsey, when he dropped the ball and Makuba got that pick. That was the turn. That was what really changed the perspective of the game. I thought Kansas City came to play. I thought the offense was vanilla to an extent. They made the right plays when they needed to, and so did Jalen. He always does. And they found a way to win. Saquon, had a touchdown. He had a great great throw. Well, it wasn't the greatest throw to Devontae, but Devontae made the adjustment to make the catch go up. Yeah, he was underthrown. He always seems to be able to do so. Everybody always just seems to be able to make the right play at the right time for us. As far as the Chiefs go, they do need their two guys back. Rice has the ability to be very, 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 very a good receiver, like a top 10, top 15 wide receiver. He has the ability. He just has to fucking get on the field.
Yeah, no.
And, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And Worthy can help them too. We don't know to the full extent, but he had a good rookie season last year.
Yeah,
so
he can take it over the top for them. He was
right.
The speedster.
Yeah. As long as they could get those two guys on the field, when they get Rice back and they get those guys back, they will be fine. Jeff said it. They've done more with less. They won a Super Bowl with less.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think that's the case, though, because we saw the Patriots do it for years. Like, outside of Randy Moss and Wes Welker, Tom Brady never really had, like, a true number one receiver. Like, outside of those three.
Bro, the AFC East all those years.
You saw when he went to –
but he never like three-peated or nothing either. Remember, this just was like a season Super Bowl.
He went like 11 years between Super Bowls too.
Yeah. All right, and that may be. Yeah. Pat Mahomes, bro. Let's just say this: he has more than what Tom Brady had.
Nah, he had Gronk. He has Kelsey. That's about
Edelman. Yeah, he has some people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and
Rasheed Rice,
old.
bro. Rasheed outside of
don't
Julian
be on
Edelman,
the field,
what receiver was better than fucking Rasheed Rice? Like.
None of them.
I hear you. I'm just saying. Like once those guys get on the field,
it's different. Yeah,
fine.
I agree.
But they have done more with less, and they just have to play better right now. They've had a tough schedule. The Chargers look legit. We're legit. Okay.
The year they had like less receivers, Pacheco was cooking, bro.
Okay, like, I hear you, bro. The Chiefs are gonna get it together. I'm just saying.
I'll do the running game.
And we are still the cream of the crop. Creme de la creme, number one.
And I didn't get to the Eagles yet. You cut me off. Let me get to the Eagles. I didn't get to my Eagles part yet. So let me get to my Eagles part. So the Eagles, I actually think these two get okay. I'm gonna let me ask you a question first. Do you think y'all are as good this year as y'all was last year?
Can I say one more thing?
No, it's a question, nigga.
Okay, no, but I'm gonna say one reason why.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you this.
One. Yeah.
That listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take the emotion out. That Cabbage Patch Kid might get cooked on Sunday. Now we might still win, but he might get fucking fried. And I'm gonna tell you
keep
this:
him off the field. You can't hide him.
Can't hide him.
They gonna seek him out, seek and
destroy. If he gets
destroy.
fried, they lose. Go get a fucking corner.
I don't think it's enough.
And that boy goes out there and gets fried. They better go get Denzel Ward. Throw the fucking everything for Denzel Ward.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I think Kellen Moore was better than what y'all think. I don't think it's enough talk about the OC. I don't think his play calling is that great this year.
It don't have to be that much. I mean,
I hear you. I think Jalen Hurts was better last year than he was this year. I know he made the plays. This nigga, yo, his stats to 2 games is crazy, bro. I'm just saying. And I get it, y'all winning the games, whatnot. But he got 0 passing touchdowns. Fucking 0. He got like a 137 yards per game or some shit. Like it's crazy, bro.
Well, look,
It's not
It is
even that.
it is the way that they are playing him. Though.
I don't
It's
think.
the
Okay,
way-
I was
It's
saving
the
this
way
stat
that
right.
they are
I get it.
and playing the
The
Eagles.
last
like,
so for 17, he got 17 straight games without throwing 30 passes, which is like unheard of for like an NFL quarterback. To be honest with you, and I watched 2 plays in that game, bro. It told me everything I needed to know. 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15. The game was still close. They opted to run the ball on draws, get a little bit of yards, punt the ball. They don't trust Jalen Hurts with third and over 10 yards. That's crazy for me to be a top flight quarterback, bro. Twice in the game they did that shit. You saw the game. So they don't. What are we talking about?
Field position, bro.
Bro,
I've
I
seen
don't
the
give a-
Chiefs do that shit
Bro, I don't
and
give
be
a fuck.
smart. Like,
Josh Allen, even Lamar Jackson.
no way,
Joe-
I've seen shit
Yo,
like that, Mike.
you haven't, bro.
way.
3rd and
Herbert.
15. Yeah, they trying it.
They tried to thank you,
maybe
Jeff.
Josh
I'm
Allen and
right.
Lamar Jackson. But those guys are
Baker
come on,
definitely trying it. I'll guarantee
Yeah.
you that. I can't get putting the ball in just like that, yo. Like, I'm telling you.
Fuck you.
I'm telling you what happened in the game, bro. It was 30-14, right? And it's okay. It's a formula to win. I do think that you can have some losses like that because you're always going to leave teams in the game the way they're playing. Jeff Wright, next week going to be a real big test. 2 good receivers.
Man, and Puka can
Listen,
go inside and outside.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm telling
Wow,
you this.
what
And
the
I'm
fuck
gonna
did
Kyron,
tell you
and
this.
they can run the ball with Kyron, too.
Yeah.
Right, no, that shit's
I
getting
don't know.
shut.
That shit might
That
get
shit's
shut.
getting shut. That shit's getting
That
shut.
run game might get shut.
But I'm gonna tell you this: if we lose that game, and I'll tell you this: if we lose that game and Devontae Adams, them boys, whatever, they better send the cavalry. For
Y'all won that game before we move on for 2 reasons. 2 reasons. One was, like you said, it was definitely the Kelsey who fucking dropped. That was a great pass. He dropped the ball to a pick or whatever, right? And by the way, they're fucking old linemen fast as hell to be old linemen.
And then clipped him too. Like, I got
Number 2, bro, it's the tush push. They had 6 tush pushes. They got 5 first downs and 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
If the vote was different in March, y'all would have lost that game. And I think it's gonna be. And I think it's gonna be.
Because guess what? It wouldn't have been a tush push. It just would have been a QB sneak. It don't matter.
It doesn't work without the pushing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, whatever. You think that, whatever. Or we hand the ball off to Saquon. Fuck all that.
I said it again, bro. You better do all you can this year because it's gone. I'm telling you right now.
Listen,
Too much,
tush
it's
push,
too much noise right now.
No
Too
tush
much noise,
push.
bro.
We getting it done.
So anyway, bro, you mentioned 6 times in one game.
Okay,
That's crazy.
stop it. Stop
I
it.
get it.
Stop it now.
I can see on the 1 yard line, but at the 50, that's insane.
Yeah, well, first down.
That's insane. Bro.
Wait, Jeff. First down.
They be getting like 4 or 5 yards on that shit sometimes.
I
too.
know, bro. Like really for the
down.
Eagles, it's like 1st and 8 instead of 1st and 10. Another 8 yards between first and second down.
What they do?
Moving on, man. It's been here all night. Lions, man, they did bounce back and they blew out the Bears after what they did the week before. Put up 50 points. Jared Goff had 5 touchdowns. Jeff, explain that to me after what they had in week 1. The Lions doing that. Man.
I told you, all they gotta do is run Ben Johnson plays. That shit ain't gotta change, bro. Run his shit anyway, whether he there or not. Like, get it cracking. Like, but listen, man, the Detroit Lions still got a crazy arsenal of weapons, man. I mean, let's be for real. I'm Ron St. Brown, Gibbs, Montgomery, all them cats, man. How the Porter, however you want to slice it. Listen, Jared Goff, he is electric inside the dome. Let's just not get that confused. Inside the dome, he's a track meet, bro. It's over. You can get it all popping. Outside, man, he's the Rocky statue, bro. It just ain't the same, homie. Like, and listen, again, the Detroit Lions, all they had to do is just run the same shit they ran last year. And the Chicago Bears aren't that good. We're not getting the best version of Caleb Williams we're looking at right now. It is something that's going to be a longer process for him to reach his talent or peak that we thought he would have coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? And, right now, the Detroit Lions, they hear the noise, and they pissed off at Ben Johnson for leaving. Like, why you fuck you going to leave? We damn near did it. We could do it again.
Same division, too.
Right, and did you see the celebration where they ran his old play?
Yeah.
Come on, man, disrespect this.
Right.
It was really trying to stick it to him. Like, it was funny though.
Yeah, and
but it was all out of love though. But it was just
nah. That's
they ran up the
embarrassing,
score
bro.
on that shit.
That's
it's
yo,
okay.
4th down in the red
fourth
zone,
quarter.
throw a pass.
It is what it.
Come
Hey,
on, bro.
listen, ain't no. But
But look, I like that. I like that because that's reminiscent of the Lions from last year. They did
That's
that.
what they
last
would have
year.
did. Facts.
Yeah, they did the
Facts.
same character.
He would have did the same
personnel,
shit.
So that's good for the game. That's good for their confidence. Kind of keep them going. We all thought maybe Dan Campbell and losing both coordinators would kind of set them back a little bit. I mean, that first game they didn't look good because, like I said, it's outside. Inside in the dome, the Detroit Lions or the St. Louis Rams of 2025. Like, let's just look at it. They're the greatest show on turf, really, because they got a lot of shit they can use. So it is all there. Now, how that's going to translate going forward in the future, you start running it up on teams, other teams get pissed. And I said this before, like, you start running that shit up, and so another team gonna be like, you ain't doing that to us. They're gonna knock you in the mouth. Like, and that's kind of what the Washington Commanders did last season in the playoffs. Like, they said, knock you in the mouth. You do that shit to us. So that was a great game. I'm happy that the Detroit Lions was able to get back on track, score points. I love when they score a lot of points. Their whole offense, their whole team is legitimate. Their offensive line is fucking stout. Like, you can't even count all, like, Panay, all the motherfuckers. They good as hell.
Yeah,
the
Penny's
defensive
so
line, Hutchinson coming back. That might be what keeps them afloat because that motherfucker's a game wrecker. And if he can get back to at least some of what he looks like, they ain't good hands.
Daryl, your thoughts, Lions, Bears?
Yeah, not much to take away other than this was a good get-right game for the Lions. I think they needed this game at this exact time because after last week, I felt like they were going to fall into like an identity crisis as far as what's going to be their new way of doing about things. But going into the next week, going against the old OC, wanting to get a win over him, I saw a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff I saw from last year with them as far as using all-day weapons. Of course, you got McGibbs and Montgomery scoring in the same game. Browns and St. Brown and J-Mo went off as well. Even the bull Isaac Tesla. I feel like every week he got a one-handed catch. So I feel like he's going to get more involved. They always got Laporta too. So I'm not ready to put them in the same tier as Eagles and Packers right now. I need to see more consistent games like this. I'm not talking about 5 touchdowns, 50 points, but just more what we saw from the Lions for the past couple of years as far as dominant on the offense and being stout on defense. I'm still not sold on Caleb. I saw what I saw from week 1 as far as he was good with that first 15 play script, but after that he kind of fell off. I still need to see more from him, but this was a get right game for the Lions, and but I got to see more before I put them in that top tier.
Lions got a brutal schedule too.
Yeah, I agree with majority of what everyone said. I mean, the Lions got back to what they knew best, right? Like Jeff said, Jared Goff is electric in the dome. They came out firing early. Yeah, it was close a little bit first quarter maybe, and then the second quarter, and just kind of got out of hand as the game went on, like going into the second half. I think the Lions are right below Eagles and Green Bay, right there, like third or fourth. You can flip flop maybe between. They might be a little bit. They might have the edge over the Rams a little bit, maybe. But as far as the Bears, like I said, I see shit to where it's like, damn, I see why you're the number 1 pick, and then I see shit like, damn, what the fuck was that? There's no consistency with Caleb Williams, and there's no consistency, I guess, with the team. The offensive line still does look a little bit shaky. Their defense was supposed to be a little bit better than that. So you let them, run the score up 52 points. No
Johnson. That hurts. He out for the year now.
Yeah, and Jalen Johnson, the DB, is out for the year.
DB.
Yeah, that's even really going to kill him. So we know free game moving forward on prop bets for receivers on this team. So let's remember that for the rest of the year because this is going to be Swiss cheese for anybody else who's a top 10 receiver. Because goddamn.
I don't think Caleb is even like, he might be number 3 or 4 on why they got cooked like that. I think the defense is an issue. I think the O-line is an issue. I don't think they're getting that much from the running game right now. They got weapons. I don't think Caleb played great at all, but I don't think it was also his fault they lost the game like that. He had the one bad pick, but it was a bad play call. It was fucking second and forever.
Yeah.
So
he's.
You should have ran a draw. Like I think Ben is taking his same mentality from Detroit there. They don't have the personnel, so he got to like dial it back and get more. You know what I mean? Like more even with his play call and I think like that. So, but Detroit, I mean, there's a good bounce back game versus what I think is a bad defense, especially without Johnson. We're gonna see how they bounce back moving forward, man.
Yeah, they got the Ravens next week in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's the game of the week, I think.
It's
That's
in
Monday night game,
Baltimore.
right?
It's in Baltimore.
Yeah, Monday night game. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game.
No, it's not. They're gonna get smacked.
Yeah,
Baltimore giving up 40.
Well, that happened to them. I think that happened to them like last year, the year before that. They went into Baltimore, and Baltimore ripped them. I think wasn't it?
Again,
they ass again.
You ain't lying, bro. and let's go to these one games at a time. Niners, Saints. Why don't you talk about that, Jeff? What you think?
Man, that was the tale of the no-name quarterbacks. It was crazy. Like neither quarterback is anyone special except for Mac Jones is Mike's favorite homeboy. He's part of his fan club, president. But the 49ers did what they had to do best. Give Christian McCaffrey the ball. Even though we worried about his injury, seeing how well he was going to play. He played really well. He caught the touchdown. They had some bad mismatches from the Saints. The Saints might as well go ahead and tank and try to get the number one pick at a quarterback.
I agree. Jordan, let me go to Rams-Titans, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of a slow game. Didn't really get decided until maybe the third or fourth quarter. Cam Ward is going to be a guy. They're going to need some more weapons.
That was a horrible pass, but it was
they're going to
such
need the better offensive line. That was actually a great pass. He just is able to do it. He has the arm strength and the ability.
If he was able to do
it. No, what I'm saying is, like, Cam Ward's going to be that guy. Like, I don't think y'all get it. Like,
I get it. No, Cam
that throw was on purpose. Like, he has a Mahomes-esque like to him.
Everybody can't get that every year. Come on,
I understand it. I get it. But from the arm angles, he can do his arm strength, his accuracy. He's like that. They just need some more things around him.
Daryl, I left you the AFC North Ravens and Browns, man.
Yeah, this went how we thought. I mean, great game from Lamar. Didn't really need Derrick Henry or the running game at all. It was just
I needed him, but
I needed him too.
Just the pass game was it for them. 4 touchdowns. Not really no threat for the Brown side. I do like the rookie Quinshon Judkins. I thought he was going to kind of ease him into taking over, but first debut, he led that backfield. So good for me moving forward fantasy. But it was just a tune-up game for the Ravens. I'm not sure who. They got the Lions coming up, so this was just a get right game before a real test next week for them.
30 years. That was the 30-year anniversary of the Ravens' origination, coming from the Cleveland Browns.
Which is crazy that they played the Cleveland Browns and did that.
That's why NFL was so staged, bro. It was Joe Flacco, right? Like of all people, like
right.
Yo,
come on, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like they stole their team and they beat them up on that same day.
Right.
Wow.
Jeff always put that shit together.
I know. All right, Jeff. You're cooking the books. What's the record, man? For
Yo, even though everything is on tape, we'll keep it honest and go straight forward. Of course, like this week is a big week for me. I ended the week 4-2. So far I'm 4-2. Mike and Daryl shared 3-3. Jordan, Toby, and Justin 2-4. Justin had the wildest takes this week. He took Washington, and then Jordan wild ass took Miami. I don't understand what was going on.
That's wild, bro.
Wild work. But okay. Right. So this week I had to go ahead and give Jordan some love, man. This is probably going to be the best games of the week. It's got the Rams and Eagles. Actually, all three of these games is really smokers. Really, actually, that Bengals Vikings game is the game of backups. I just want to see how it turned out. Like that's gonna be the breakup. So, let's go ahead and get it popping, Daryl.
I'll go ahead.
So I'm gonna go with the champs. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. That second game, I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna lean towards the AFC Brethren Ravens, and then that third game. I'm gonna go Browning. I'm gonna go Bengals.
Okay. Jordan?
Eagles, Ravens.
Surprising.
Vikings.
No surprise. There you go. You gotta try something, right?
I'm rolling with Carson Wentz.
Oh gosh.
It's time.
I'll go, Jeff. You can go last. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Shit. I want to. I think Jeff gonna take the Rams. I want to be.
So
all right. I'm going Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go Ravens. And God damn, how good is Carson Wentz right now?
Shit. Is he better than Jake Browning?
No, you're not. I don't know.
Jake Browning.
That's what I'm saying.
No, bro. Like
Jake Browning had a hell of a game last week.
either way, Jettas and Shea should eat.
My issue is the Bengals defense, honestly. And the Vikings actually defense is not that bad. You know, it's not great. Oh, you know what?
Smith and Van Ginkel.
I'm going with the Vikings because of Brian Flores on Jake Browning. I'm going with the Vikings.
That one too. Yeah, so we already knew. I'm going Rams. I'm going Baltimore, and I'm going with the Vikings too for the defensive part. Matter of fact, I'm lying. I'm back. I'm going Cincinnati. I ain't stupid.
Okay.
You said you were going with the Rams?
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams for sure. Yeah, that's about to get happened. Y'all about to get smoked. Like, try that 100-yard passing shit against the Rams.
You sounded so confident, bro. Like, I'm just saying.
Don't, my man. Your man got 217 yards this season.
Your man's got more in the L. 1-1.
All right, well, fellas, been a great show as usual. Joy, Jeff, Daryl. Hopefully, we get Toby here one day this season. Special guest this year.
Yeah.
But we appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week to go over our picks and see where we're at with that, and definitely talk about this week's game because it will be very, very good. Thank you all for watching. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. For the rest of these guys, we'll see you next time. Peace. Bet.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here.
All right.
Yeah.